let's talk about Baker Mayfield very quickly.
Yeah.
Andrew Berry, the GM of the team, talked about it yesterday. And the bottom line is, I'm not going to read the whole quote, but the bottom line is they're not going to do anything for now. They don't need to. They don't need the cap money, unlike the 49ers who could use to have that $25 million that's tied up with Jimmy Garoppolo to sign Nick Bosa or Deebo Samuel. The Browns aren't in that spot. They don't need to do it. And they assume Baker's going to play along with this. Baker's a professional. He's under contract. We have the flexibility. Well, what's going to happen when the offseason program starts? What's going to happen if they continue to squat on him? Is he going to stay away, or is he going to show up and say, you got to deal with me? You got to deal with me. I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready to play. And until you trade me or cut me, I'm here. And I expect to take reps like anyone else. I expect to be involved like anyone else. At what point is it counterproductive for the Browns to have a guy there who they know they're going to get rid of, who doesn't want to be there, at a time when you're trying to properly absorb Deshaun Watson into your team and have him take over? Baker Mayfield is a distraction. And if he insists on being involved in the offseason program, training camp, preseason, he becomes even more of a distraction. So they're trying to slow play this. The question is, will Baker be on board with it?
Yeah, Baker, maybe at some point he has to do that. Now, he can go to the facility and all that too. He can. I'm just going to give everybody, the other side of this. Yeah, he could sit out, right, and just be the professional and go, okay, I'll just sit and wait my time, whatever. But, at the same time, if he starts to feel like, wait, I know this team really wants me and we want to get the ball rolling, you go to the facility, you show up, right? You put pressure on them, like you've mentioned many times with the Steve McNair or whatever else. Hey, the guy gets hurt, all of a sudden you're on the hook for that salary this year in off-season training. But the other thing, too, to where, we could talk about it, it'll be hard, for Baker Mayfield, too, to do that scenario because they're going to just, act like he's not there, basically. They are. I mean, when it comes to the football stuff, he's going to be treated like, the stepchild, the fifth-string quarterback. He's going to get 0 reps. That doesn't matter. So he's going to sit there and waste time doing it as well. But nonetheless, when he's in the weight room or doing the workout, that they put forth for the rest of the team, well, they can't avoid that. That's where he does have a little power. But the rest of the stuff, yeah, he's going to not get much attention, and they're going to act like he's not there. He's not going to get coached on the football field or anything like that. It's going to be all about Watson, and that there is just where can Baker check his ego at the door and handle that to make a move or force Cleveland's hand. That is something to watch out for.
Or will he decide to be heard every single day? Why are they doing this? Why are we doing this charade? Yeah. They can't find a trade partner for me. I don't want to be here. They don't want me here. I love Cleveland. I wanted to stay here. They didn't want me. And, the PR department cannot make him available. He can do a press conference outside the front door of the facility if he wants to.
Yeah.
Hey, media, they're not letting me talk. Let's go out front. Or he can just go to social media. He can do videos. He can do anything he wants if he wants to do it. They're setting this up for Baker Mayfield if he's not on board with it. And look, Chris, why would he be on board with it? He's getting $18.8 million this year from the Browns no matter what. And, even if they have to cut him, he's getting 18.8 minus whatever he gets somewhere else.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that aspect, too.
He does not have to play, or he does not have to play this game with them. And here's the bottom line. They have thrown him out the door, but they want to keep him inside in the event that they can get something in return for him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We stumbled on something. I mean, I kind of misspoke earlier. I forgot about that aspect there too, where, even if they get cut, they're going to be on the hook. So maybe that's where they don't look at it too.
That's the big difference between him and Garoppolo.
Yeah, exactly right.
The
There's
Browns
a
are on
there.
the hook no matter what.
No matter what. So they can maybe look at it and go, well, we don't care. We're a little, we're going to be patient here. That aspect. And then the other thing, too, to your point or what you were saying about Baker Mayfield, he can do that for sure. There's no question. But I would say, and again, you can disagree, but Baker's got to be a little careful. He's got a little reputation around the league, whether he likes it or not. He does. And there is some people that are turned off by Baker Mayfield. So if he starts doing that every day or whatever, of course, that could lead to more people going, damn, we want this guy on our team? Holy crap, he's a handful. That's what I would say to just the other side of that story.
But he's no less of a handful if he decides that he's going to fight fire with fire here, and everybody knows what the Browns are doing.
Yeah,
They're
that's
squatting
right.
on him until there's an injury somewhere else.
Right.
And the only benefit to Baker of playing along is, number one, maybe people think, okay, he can restrain himself if he needs to, and maybe if he's willing to go through with a trade, he lands in a new place sooner and has more of a chance to get ready for the season. If the Browns hold on to his rights up until the start of the regular season and the Steelers come calling, well, maybe they won't come calling because they're ready to go with Mitchell Trubisky. They like what they've seen from Mitchell Trubisky. We don't want Baker now. Whereas if Baker's available now, see, if I'm Baker, I'm doing everything I can to get cut now. I'm doing everything I can to get cut now. And I know that there's a PR balance to it, and you don't want to come off as even more of a punk. But you don't want me. I don't want to be here. You've moved on. Let me move on. And that's an argument that if you craft it the right way, it's a compelling argument. You've moved on from me. Please let me move on from you.
Yeah, no, he's got, something to stand on there for sure. I mean, he's definitely been wrong to a degree. And you'd like to see them do right. He's got every right to be disgruntled here in this situation, no question. And to your point too, I don't know. Maybe there is something to the fact of if you are Cleveland that you want to expedite this as quickly as possible, like you said. And maybe you don't want the Seahawks to get to the draft and go, well, damn, the quarterback fell in our lap. Now we got Drew Lock and another guy that we drafted in the first round. We don't need Baker Mayfield. Or whatever, what other team? Carolina, same type of thing. Or hey, so if that's what I would be scared of if I'm Cleveland, then that takes two trade partners out. So now might be the time to, like you said, to where the team can get their guy and go and not look at other avenues or be shown, whoa, this guy is pretty good. That's on our roster. We don't need him. That's something to think about for sure.
I think they're rolling the dice on the reality that when the draft comes and goes, there will be a team.
Somebody's going to be out.
That is left holding the bag, and they're going to want Baker Mayfield. But as Pete points out, if you're waiting for some unexpected development to create a market for Baker Mayfield, the problem is Jimmy Garoppolo's out there too.
Yes.
So you got two of these guys
that
are going to be, at least their teams are going to be jockeying to place them with a team that has a need at quarterback. It's a dangerous game for these teams. I just, I had this image, and I'm not going to feel like even though it's really not that funny, I just can't. So why am I saying it? I just can't help but think of when, they do and they haven't done it here in a while, but there was a time when once a year they would take whatever trash you put out on your front lawn, whatever you want to get rid of. Not just the regular garbage, anything you want, old TVs, whatever, stuff you don't use. And I remember I would get pissed when someone would drive around with a pickup truck and take stuff from it. I should just say, fine, take it and use it. But it's kind of like, hey, no. If you see value in that, I want to do a garage. I want to do a garage sale next to all the crap I'm otherwise throwing out. That's kind of like what's going on here with Cleveland. They're done with Baker Mayfield. He is out there on the stoop or on the front lawn waiting for the garbage men to come get him. But they're holding him back because somebody may roll by in that pickup truck saying, hey, we kind of like this. We're going to go grab this.
Yeah.
And they're trying to have it both ways.
They are. There's no doubt about that.
At some point, Baker, I think, has every right to say, this isn't fair to me.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
He does. He has every right to say that. He does. I mean, Cleveland made their own bet in this situation, that's for sure. We were shocked that there was no plan B. I mean, again, you could throw this a little bit under like the Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love thing to be like, really? Do you guys not know how to read the room? You didn't think Baker Mayfield was going to get upset that you guys were visiting with Deshaun Watson and going down to Houston to see him? Like, really? You didn't have a plan B for, wait, Baker Mayfield might get pissed and say he doesn't want to play for us ever again? That to me is still shocking, and I think they kind of got away with a free one there, and the fact that there was no plan, and they got really lucky. And then, of course, Jimmy Haslam gave him a contract that, is going to piss the rest of the NFL off forever. The fact that they did that to Deshaun Watson, yeah, he's got something to settle on here. I don't know. The more we sit here and talk about it, the more days that go by. I mean, come on. He's not getting traded. There's no way. Nobody's going to trade for him. I just don't see it happening. At some point, he's going to get released, and he's going to get a chance to sign with whoever he wants. I just don't see it happen.
Oh, wow. There it is. The Progressive commercial. Life imitates art. There it is. Baker Mayfield doesn't realize he's also on one of those tables now.
Damn.
He's not just the guy
He's
who's
not
running
living
the
there
yard
anymore,
sale.
huh? He's not living there. He doesn't have to take care of the stadium.
No.
Someone's gonna have to change the alarm, system. His code 6, right? I mean, they were great commercials. I will be sad to see those go.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.